What's up guys, Diogo Tadini here for the Weekend Filmmaker, and first things first, I'd like to wish you a happy new year. I hope this first week has been great for you, your family, your friends, and as I promised, I'm gonna be making amazing videos this year. For the first one, I'd like to share with you 5 tricks to make your edits faster. Your workflow will be flying after these 5 tips. Shall we do it? Let's go. Our 5 tricks for faster editing. Here are my main tips, which involves Premiere Pro and other applications, but very quickly here, the first one would be using the post haste. I'm not sure if you guys heard of it before. It's basically an app that will help you to keep your file structure all the same. Basically, you basically standardize your file structure. But what I do is, I came to templates, I created basically a YouTube channel file structure for me. So I have renders, project files, footage, audio, and graphics. This is always what I'm going to be using for my YouTube channels for the videos. Then once the template is created, I come to a new project, and that's the YouTube channel project name, project template here. Jesus Christ, I almost couldn't say that. And then you have the parameters here. So in this case, date, project name, client, editor. You can add more within the settings. For my file name, the final name will be just the project name. I selected this because to me, that's what makes more sense for the YouTube videos. So that's how I prefer. Once I select the correct parameters the way that I want, I just click on create project, select where that folder is going to be saved. You can set that as default location as well. I prefer not doing so because I have other templates there as well, so I don't want to be always saved in the same location. But that's the first trick that I have that will make your editing faster. Definitely, if you organize from the beginning, that's gonna make your life a lot easier. The second trick is the way that you organize your footage within Premiere Pro. So here, if I open let me just open this one here, this project. Here are some clips that I filmed in Hong Kong. Normally what I tend to do, especially if I'm editing, for example, a vlog, I tend to edit my stuff chronologically. So from, let's say I started shooting 9 in the morning, finish at 3 p.m. I'm gonna organize my clips like so. So let's say that this was shot 10 in the morning, and if I go all the way down, this was shot at 5 p.m. for example. The way that I normally do this is I can just click on sort icons, and then you have a variety of options here. I tend to select name, which is the one that works for me, but whichever way works for you, make sure that you organized it properly, or either, for example, if you have good shots or sync offset or perhaps media type, depending on what you prefer, make sure that you organize it properly. It will make your edit a lot faster, the whole process a lot faster. The third trick is to do with reviewing your clips and pre-editing in Source Monitor before you import to your timeline by adding in and out point. This is something that is massively helpful, and I'm just going to quickly show you here. For example, let's say that I know that this clip has something that I want. This first one here. I know that I want this building and I like this framing, but I don't need the full, let's say here, 8 seconds and 37. So what I'm going to do is, let's say that I know that I need from this 2 seconds to the 4 seconds, let's say like this. So I go roughly here 2 seconds, add an in point by pressing I, and then I just go roughly here. That's when I want to finish. Press O for out point, and once I import that clip to my timeline as so, drag and drop, that will just add what I needed from the second 2 to the second 6:59, for example. So that's pre-editing your stuff before you make your final decisions in your timeline will also help you to edit the rough cut a lot faster, because you're going to be eliminating stuff that you don't normally need. Normally, the beginning of the clips and the end of the clips, when you're adjusting either composition or exposure, you don't need those bits. So you can actually cut them out by pre-editing them in the Source Monitor. The fourth trick is something that we've already spoken about before, which is editing with shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts. There are plenty of keyboard shortcuts. If you don't know where they are or how to work with them, just hit Premiere Pro CC, and then you have keyboard shortcuts here. They all of them are here. You can just study them really, and then understand how they actually work. So let's say that I'm just gonna quickly add a few clips here to show you roughly what are the ones that I prefer. So for example, if I'm cutting, first things first, to navigate my playhead from the beginning to the end of my timeline, what I do is J, K, and L. So L forward, K will stop, J will go back. That's to me, that's is a lifesaver really. If you want to navigate with your playhead, be very specific. You just go J, K, and L. That's the first one. The second one would be when I'm cutting a clip. For example, let's say that I reach this point here and I want to cut the end of the clip. What I do is Command K. So Command K, cut the clip, instead of selecting the razor tool and then just going to where I want, zooming in and select. That's too much for me. It does take a long time. What I basically do is Command K, and then I select what I don't need. So the end of the clip, and option backspace, that deletes the end of the clip. Super fast, quick, and I don't have any problems with any of the cuttings. And last, one of the three ones, just want to quickly show you the ones that I normally use for faster editing. So if I'm zoomed in like this and I need you to have an idea of my whole timeline, again, backslash will do the job. So now I know that it's just a little over 2 minutes and perhaps 10 seconds. If I want to go back, so meaning backslash again, and it goes back to where my playhead was previously, all the way zoomed in. So learning keyboard shortcuts will definitely increase the speed that you edit your films. And last but not least, adjustment layers and copying effects. So let's quickly go here to my main structure. 1 second, this is under sequence. So I have here adjustment layers. For example, let's just go back here. Let me just delete some of these clips. So I have 4 clips here. So 2 of them are pretty much the same. And then I have people here and these 2 lovely ladies just walking. So let's say I want to give an overall look to these clips. So what I normally do is, normally people do this with LUTs. You can do with many different ways. What I'm going to do is just to apply a LUT so you know how it works for several different clips. So if I go here under my Lumetri color tab, let me just find one that you're going to quickly see. There we go. Let's go. Oh, guess who's in the background? Train time. Right, so we go with the SL Noir 1965. What I normally do is I quickly just check, because obviously the lighting will be different in several different clips. But just for you to see, now they're all in black and white. And that is because I've applied to a general LUT, or it could be a color correction process, to an adjustment layer. So if I hide this adjustment layer, you can see that they all back into colors again. That's pretty much how it works. Or let's say that you want, you can, this is obviously is a really small edit, but let's say that you want to actually change some properties on the clip, the actual clip. So normally what you do, you just apply a like let's say a generic look, just like we did here. But I need to adjust, for example, brightness and contrast. Let's say the brightness. So what I can do is I can just go quickly here, adjust the brightness or the exposure for this clip. Let's say that I want to increase here the shadows, because I can't see any of the flowers here. So if I go shadows, that's just going to be really simple correction. Let me just open the scopes here. Come on, there we go. Also still have a lot of room. Let me lower the contrast a little bit in the blacks, and highlights lower as well, just so the background should kind of be even. So I have already, I can see here that I already have a better result, as in like, because I just want to see the flowers. So you see, that's one effect applied, but only to this clip. If I'm happy with this and I have a similar clip that I want to apply this, which perhaps maybe this, I've got lots of black or dark gray areas here. So what I can do, I'm not entirely sure if it's going to work. It's just as an example for you to copy from one clip to another. So what you do is select the clip, Command C, select the clip that you want to copy to, and then select a Command Option V, and then it's going to bring the paste attributes window. You have to be careful here though, because you have the Lumetri color here, but you also have time remapping, opacity, motion. So if you have many different effects on this clip here, and this, if you applied many different effects here, they're going to be listed here. So if you just want the Lumetri, make sure that you just apply the Lumetri. So you just select Lumetri. If you are doing other things within Lumetri, I would advise you to perhaps create 2 or 3 or 4 different Lumetris just for a specific adjustment. So let's see how it looks here. So there you go. So you can see the difference. So we copied from this one and applied to this one, and obviously these ones haven't got this applied. So let's quickly just do it here again. Lumetri. There you go. So this is how you can apply an overall look with adjustment layers and copy effects from clip to clip as you need them. And that's it, guys. These were the 5 tricks that I had for you to improve your workflow in Premiere Pro. Hopefully you are going to be able to apply at least one of these tricks to your workflow and make it faster, just like I do every day for my work. If you like this video, don't forget to click on the thumbs up down below. If you have any questions or any suggestions for the channel, also you can leave in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next video.